In this video, we're checking out all of the new X creatures that were added with Genesis 1 Ascended. Hello Dodo crew and welcome back to another video on X-Otter Ascended. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. Genesis introduces X creatures, which are basically stronger versions of many existing creatures. You will find them throughout all 5 biomes: the bog, the Arctic, ocean, volcano and the lunar biome. Although, to be precise, the lunar biome has tech creatures, not X creatures. The easiest way to recognize them is by their unique appearance. They have completely different color regions and patterns compared to their normal counterparts, making them look much more aggressive. Wild X creatures deal 250% more damage and take 60% less damage from both players and tamed creatures, making them significantly tougher than their normal versions. The good news is that killing them is worth the effort because they reward around 2.5 times more experience, making them one of the best ways to level both yourself and your creatures. Once you tamed an X creature, the bonuses change. Instead of being massively overpowered, they end up with 5% more melee damage and 3% less health than a regular tame of the same species. And one final advantage of X creatures is that they can gain 50 additional levels after taming, allowing them to reach level 500 on official settings instead of the regular cap. And now, in addition to the existing 20 X creatures, there are also at least 5 new ones. The creatures added in the Arc Editions update now also can be found. We'll start straight away with one of the game's most popular creature, the X-Deinosuchus. You can find and tame this boss level creature throughout the bog. My favorite creature is the X-Archelon, and the X-Acro looks even better now, and it can be found mainly on the left side of the bog. The X-Archelon is a real beast, especially if you get hold of it early on, before you have tamed any other creatures. You can find it in most regions around the islands in the ocean biome and in the center. The X-Cryolophosaurus is a really cool addition. It's quite underrated as a creature, but it can help you freeze your opponents in PvP and gain the upper hand in a raid. You'll find it in the snow on the right hand side, and with a shield it's an easy tame. The X-Heli is an absolute monster and particularly important if you want to turn loot into blueprints. You can put the extra levels straight into its crafting skill and you will find it in the middle of the ocean biome. Similar to the Heli, the X-Xiphactinus, or better known as the X-Fish, can be found all across the ocean too. Are you tired of playing alone on a dead server? Sick of lag, wipes and admins who never show up? Then it's time to join TBS. Enough of this nonsense, we've seen it all before. It's still TBS, tougher, better, stronger, and you can win real money if you're the best. Links are in the description. I'll see you on the cluster. Right, in the middle of the volcano, you'll find the X-Allosaurus. Personally, I think the volcano variants look the best, and the extra damage these monsters deal really pays off when farming loot or even in PvP, even though it's underrated, but honestly, the Carno will always beat the Allosaurus. One of the few creatures to have 2 different X variants is the Ankylosaurus. It can be found in the Arctic and on the volcano, although I find it easier to spot it on the volcano. The extra damage helps you to get a bit more out of your farming runs and farm even more metal. In the snow on the right hand side, you will find the X-Argentavis. Not only does it look absolutely stunning, but it also has the same abilities and is at least as useful as its default variant. The X-Basilosaurus can be found throughout the ocean biome, usually swimming through the deeper waters, just like the regular Basilosaurus. It's an excellent underwater mount, and it has a decent passive health regeneration near the surface. The X-Dunkleosteus mainly spawns around the deeper rocky areas of the ocean biome. If you're looking to farm massive amounts of metal, stone, crystal or oil underwater, this is for sure one of the best creatures you can get. The X-Ichthyosaurus is probably the best underwater starter tame on Genesis. It can be found all throughout the ocean biome, especially around the smaller islands and more shallow waters. The X-Megalodon is one of the most common predators in the ocean biome and can be found almost everywhere underwater. They often travel in small groups, so be careful not to pull several of them at once. The X-Mosasaurus lives exclusive in the deepest parts of the ocean biome. It is one of the strongest aquatic predators in the entire game and makes an incredible endgame water mount. X-Otters can be found throughout the Arctic biome, mainly around rivers, frozen lakes and other freshwater sources. Besides keeping you warm or cool, depending on the situation, they can also carry multiple artifacts at the same time, making them incredibly useful. The X-Racer mainly lives inside the bog biome. They're fairly common and make excellent transport creatures or soakers during raids. X-Raptors can be found almost everywhere throughout the bog biome. They are considerably more dangerous than regular raptors thanks to their increased stats and often attacking groups. Fortunately, taming one is straightforward. Knock it unconscious and feed it. The X-Rex is one of the strongest land predators you will encounter on Genesis. It primarily spawns inside the volcano, and while not extremely common, you'll usually find a few roaming around if you spend enough time searching. The X-Rock Elemental lives exclusively inside the volcanic biome. It disguises itself as an ordinary boulder, so always watch where you're walking. By the way, I'm at around 10k subs. My goal is to hit 20k subs by the end of the year. So if you enjoy these guides, hitting subscribe would really help. As a thank you, I'm giving away 3 Tides of Fortune DLCs. Just subscribe, leave a comment and post a screenshot as proof in my giveaway channel on Discord. The winner will be drawn at the end of the month. Good luck! The X-Sabertooth roams throughout the Arctic biome and is commonly found in the snowy forests and mountain areas. It's a solid early game carnivore that is especially good at gathering chitin, keratin and hide. The X-Spino can mainly be found around rivers and swampy areas inside the bog biome. It's one of the strongest creatures available early on and performs incredibly well both on land and in water. Like the regular Spino, tame it by knocking it unconscious. The X-Tapejara flies throughout the bog biome and occasionally lands on the tree or open clearings. They're naturally shy and will usually fly away if you get too close, so approaching carefully is recommended. The X-Triceratops is another very common herbivore found throughout the volcanic biome. It's an excellent early game mount and can also be used during raids surprisingly well. The X-Woolly Rhino lives inside the Arctic biome and usually roams around the larger snowy plains. It's famous for its devastating charge attack, especially the X variant with its level and damage boost, making it one of the highest burst damage creatures in Ark. The X-Yutyrannus can be found throughout the Arctic biome, usually wandering the snowy mountains and open areas. They're often followed by a bunch of Carnus, so clearing the area before starting the tame is usually a good idea. I hope you liked this video and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.